Good night, my fellow people of this channel called Gliscore, because it's your boy, Guzma. No, not actually, it's Gliscore, but whatever. Anyways, today we are in this very excellent battle. There is only one misclick happening from my opponent, I think, but otherwise a really excellent battle that I want to showcase you, and it's really excellent. I cannot tell you how excellent this game is. So anyway, let's step right into the game. As you can see, I lead double intimidate against his team. I was kind of hesitant to pick Scrafty at first because he did have two fairy types in Tapu Fini and Tapu Koko. Tapu Fini, which he didn't bring, and yeah, or I think he had Tapu Fini, but I brought Scrafty anyways just because I needed a solid answer for his Cresselia. Anyways, also that knockoff is really useful to sometimes get rid of opposing items and such. So yeah, as I said, gonna lead double intimidate against his lead, and it's really nice that I double intimidated his Landorus because now his Landorus is kind of forced to switch out. And what else is there to say? Right off the bat, I see how I don't remember. Ah, man, I didn't pay attention. Was his Landorus scarfed or not? Anyways, I decided to U-turn anyways. Yeah, it seems to be scarfed right now. Yeah, it is scarfed. Yeah, I decided to fake out the Tapu Koko and well U-turn into the what it used to be the Landorus, because I wanted to get in my Heatran, and Heatran, which my Heatran is scarfed, and it can be actually quite devastating to my opponent. And right off the bat, I thought like, should I Earth Power the Tapu Koko or should I just Heat Wave right here? And the latter is the thing that I will do, because I thought there is a possibility of him switching out into his Landorus again, and I didn't want to risk that doing no damage this turn. So, actually, I flash cannon his Tapu Koko. I'm super prepared for this battle. I remember what I did and such. And he, out of all the things he could do, he gave me Levitate on my Heatran. This is absolutely perfect for my Landorus for next turn. I can just stay in Earthquake, whatever he has, and flash cannon his Cresselia. It's an amazing day for me. For some reason, he decided to give me Levitate. I guess he did kind of expect it to be faster and gain that flash fire to negate any heat wave damage from him. But I mean, giving Heatran Levitate is never a good idea. Or actually, if you do it on purpose yourself, it is a good idea, but otherwise not really. And I actually stay in an Earthquake because I am assault vested with my Landorus. So I know, in fact, that for the fact that I can take Ice Beams from Cresselia's for days. But as you can see, this does barely have 50% of damage to me. And yeah, now I'm not really afraid of this Landorus superpowering my Heatran. So I just boldly stay in and flash cannon it, and at the same time I U-turn out with my Heatran, with my Landorus to not only reset my Intimidate, but also put in my Scrafty, which has a better position against his Cresselia. He brings in his Venusaur now. I thought, yes, he must be really certain that I won't be going for Heat Waves anytime soon, and B, that I am Scarfed Heatran. So my surprise factor is already kind of over. And he skill swaps with my Landorus, and which is actually a decent play. Like, he resets the Intimidate and intimidates me, probably expecting a switch out. Like, there was no reason I should have sacrificed my Landorus or anything like that. So yeah, decent play from him. But I can just here stay in and basically knock off his Cresselia with my Scrafty and flash cannon the Venusaur. Now, unfortunately, he does miss that Leech Seed, and this does set him back like a mile away. A mile. It sets him back a mile. But I mean, like, it's a Venusaur. The Venusaur is such a beast. It can take games back just from staying in and taking hits for days. as I said, he misses his Leech Seed, which sets him quite a mile back. But I mean, you are dealing with he's either, I don't know what he should have done otherwise. Like I really don't know. And I knock off his Scarf from his Landorus, and this is really interesting because I have two options right here. I can Flash Cannon the Venusaur for a KO, or I can Flash Cannon the Landorus for some huge damage. And I decided to Flash Cannon the Landorus, which almost cost me the game in the later, because I was pretty sure he would in fact protect his Venusaur, because it is in fact in Flash Cannon KO range, but he boldly stays in and doesn't protect it and Leech Seeds my Heatran. Nice play on his part, and he regains that health back. Now I bring in my Landorus, and it's already in red health, so I really need to conserve my Landorus if I want to win this game, because I think it's one key to victory. Now here I expect the protect from the Venusaur, and I Flash Cannon into the Landorus slot hoping to KO it, and unfortunately as you can see it brings in the Cresselia, and I basically revive it, yeah, that's what I was looking for. And you know, I earthquaked here, and now here I knew I need to double target that Venusaur, because I cannot let him get up that much health. So in fact I do double target that Venusaur, and with a Flash Cannon and a U-turn, and that intimidate from him, that saved him the game, man. It saved him, and it basically allowed him to stay in the game for a little longer, because as you can see, his Venusaur survived with like 4 HP or something like that, and then he Giga Drains into the what's it called, into the Landorus slot, and regains some health and Leech Seed your health back and all that health. Man, Venusaur is just such a problem to this team, because I don't have a clear answer to it. Now here I realize it, and I need to switch out that Heatran, because it is in fact Leech Seeded, and it's the only thing Heatran is doing is letting his Venusaur get some more health back. Now here I predicted the protect and didn't fake out at all, because I thought, well, I could fake out, but what does this really garner me? Nothing. So I knock off the Landorus for a knockout, and his Landorus is finally gone. He cannot struggle intimidates anymore. Although what this allows him is garner him a free switch into his Tapu Koko, and it's basically threatening my Tapu Fini. However, I kind of expected all of this, and I kind of calculated this, and I knew I had to sacrifice the Landorus at this point and protect my Tapu Fini, just so I can get in my my Scrafty again, get that fake out pressure going again, and go from there. Now when I was battling this game, I thought Tapu Fini might have been a wrong call for this game, and I should have picked my Mega Venusaur for this game. When looking at his monsters that he chose, Mega Venusaur might have actually been a good call, but he had a Marowak on his team as well, and I think it was an Araquanid that he had. And I really wanted the Tapu Fini to beat also the Cresselia when in doubt, to call Mandit out. So yeah, in team preview, this Tapu Fini seemed like a reasonable choice, so yeah. And here, as I said, I needed to get rid of that Tapu Koko because it was outspeeding all my mons, even my Scarf Heatran, and just basically destroying all of them. And I kind of banked on the Venusaur protecting, but there was really no reason for the Venusaur to protect, because as you can see, it did the right thing. Attacked my Tapu Fini with Giga Drain. Now here was a tricky situation. I needed to get rid of, what's it called? I needed to get rid of that terrain somehow, so that my Heatran could survive an electric type attack from his Tapu Koko. Now how do I do that? It's by switching out my Tapu Fini into my Heatran, which also is safe from getting Giga Drained from that Venusaur, and which I kind of expected, but he nicely predicts my Tapu Fini switch out and double targets my Scrafty. Real nice play on his part. Now here is the interesting thing and game deciding play. He brings in his Tapu Koko because he has to, and now I can bring in my Tapu Fini. He Electro Balls my... no, he Volt Switches my Scrafty, and because Volt Switch is such a weak move and the terrain is gone and Tapu Koko doesn't have the best special attack, I survived this hit by 4 HP. I'm able to Heat Wave, get some huge damage onto the Venusaur, knock out Tapu Koko, and basically I'm back in the game again. Or so I thought, because now I can bring in my Scrafty, get a Fake Out Pressure, Calm Mind once up with my Tapu Fini, and basically Moonblast him twice. And if that doesn't help, I can still knock off with my Scrafty for some damage. So in a way, this game was, until the last couple of turns, in anyone's hands. Real interesting game, this game, I've got to say. I really enjoyed thoroughly playing this game. I want to thank my opponent. I want to thank my mom. Just kidding. Anyways, as I said, bring in my Scrafty, Fake Out and Calm Mind, and basically I thought about protecting my Tapu Fini right here, but then in the last second I decided not to, because just in case he Giga Drains my Scrafty, he somehow or Leech Seeds it and does shenanigans and such, and I just wanted to go for the straight firepower, and luckily I get the special attack drop so that my Scrafty can KO it this turn. Really good game to my opponent. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know, man. Leo SSQ. This was such a good game. We should probably play a second game. I really enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.